Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 13 of Europa Universalis 4 as Castile. Before I start, I would like to say a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter, Lewis Doyer, for his generous donation on Patreon. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much, Lewis, who is also, coincidentally, our current ruler. So, let us go ahead and unpause the game. So, we've taken Tangiers, which is really good for us, because now we've got some more trade power. We do have a couple of loans that we need to get paid off, so we're kind of working on that right now. We're still using our Explorer at the moment to try and get as much exploration done as we can. We've lost a general, which is also unfortunate. Now, at the moment, we have no military advisor. That is currently fine, because we're not too bad on military, actually. We are currently ahead of time. We could take a military idea group, though. We're also now ahead of time on admin as well, come to that. What we could do is get rid of the level 2 advisor, and we'd be making some more money. But money's not terrible right now. If we wanted to replace him with a level 1, yeah, we could get a level 1 tax modifier, and it's probably good enough. Let's go and do... actually, can we repay a loan first? Let's get at least one loan repaid. If we get a loan repaid, then we'll save some more money in the long run. So we'll try and get our loans repaid. That level 1 advisor might die off in the meantime anyway. We'll get a military advisor. We'll probably pick up a military idea group. So that'll be really good for us. We've got a group that we haven't used yet. We'd probably take... what would we take, actually? We could probably take quality ideas, wouldn't be too bad for us. Because we could do with some better ships, especially as Spain. Well, Castile, we will be Spain eventually. I do like quantity ideas, but I think quality will really help us out. Or we could, what have we got here? We get ourselves a Conquistador, a 2250. Yes, well, we've just had a general die, so Conquistador would be really good. We will have to go and do some exploring over there. We'll do that in a moment, actually. We'll see if we can drop some troops off. So, what do we have here? Offensive ideas, land leader shock, recruitment time. Defensive is a slightly better one, I think. Army tradition, morale of armies. Yeah, I think we might go defensive ideas. I don't know. Defensive and quality are both good, but I think I might go for quality first. Okay, let us see what our current force limit is at. We're actually over by 1, interestingly enough. Whether we gained some extras or what, I don't know there. Let's go ahead and try and get a few men. So let's take some of these cavalry off, because I want to go and send some cavalry to some infantry to go and explore. So I don't really want to leave them with 9. That's a bit of a weird number, and we are 1 over. But let's go ahead and try and get a group together that we can assign a Conquistador to. We say we are over by 1, but I think that's fine. We'll just live with that for the time being. So let's get our transports to pick these guys up. Let's group them together. Let's go ahead and give you the Conquistador. Now, I've got a feeling that I might actually need all 5 men. I'm sure there's a limit to how... there's a minimum limit, but I can't remember. What have we got here? A new consort appears. Reduces national unrest. Reduces local unrest. Toledo gets noble displeased. Reducing their tax. Reduce some prestige and legitimacy. Legitimacy we could afford to take a hit on. Prestige I'd prefer not to. Is it worth it for a little bit of reduced unrest? I don't think it is. It's not like we're having too many problems with rebel factions right now. So let's get you guys on the transports. Let's get the transports, if possible, to drop off down here somewhere. If they can make it, that is. Or it might be even better if we can get them to drop off somewhere down here where there's going to be slightly less attrition, possibly. They're already taking a buttload. Actually, go straight in there, then it looks like it's going to be quicker. It's a lot of attrition. They'll take even more the further they get away from home. Right. Drop them off down there. How long is it going to take you to land? 28th of March. You are there. Can you go and hunt for the 7 cities? Yes, you can. You guys go and get home before you get wrecked. Excellent. So we can pick another idea, which would be exploration ideas. Global settler increase is probably useful. We're a little bit behind on Diplo tech, though, so I think we'll wait for that and grab the tech. We can almost afford to pay off our next loan, but I think we're going to go ahead and... let's have a quick look at this again. We're still a little bit behind on admin, so I think we will keep the +2 guy. And we're about to... well, we've got to hit Diplotech 6 before we take admin or military tech 8. Because otherwise we'll end up with unbalanced tech and that'll cost us a load of money. We are going to need to get the military advisor as soon as possible. I do want to get the other loan paid off as well. Gain some inflation for a bit of free admin power. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think we are still losing inflation. Yeah, we've still got inflation reduction from Forgive Usury, which we'll be able to do again soon. So we've got... we can repay that loan now. There we go. We are now debt-free. I'm sure something else horrible is going to happen and mean that we end up with debt. Because we're not making a huge amount of money. It's only 9 ducats per month, which is pretty terrible. We do have a colony going as well. We've got a full spy network on Morocco, which we don't actually need there anymore. I'm probably not going to take too much more land down here because the increased coring costs, quite frankly, are a pain in the hoop. We could, if we wanted to, go to war with Tlemcen and take some land from them. That's certainly a possibility. They're currently at war with Jared anyway. What have we got here? Gain 50 admin power, gain 50 Diplo. Let's take the Diplo power because we need to do that one. So let's go ahead and take the tech. We do have the Moroccan separatists looking like they're about to pop. So let's go ahead and just whack the army maintenance up. We are still making some money. Yeah, now what I'd like to do is, if we could take their coast from them, it does stop them raiding us, which would be useful. We do have claims on all 3 of these provinces. So we could certainly march in and do that. But let's go ahead and deal with these rebels first. They are going to be our biggest problem. We could actually siege down here very, very quickly. 80% on the Moroccan separatists. Let's get you guys down here as well. Just so that you can help out. Still on 80%. As soon as they get close, I'll move these guys down and out of the way. We have a military tech we can take. We might as well take it. We were a little bit ahead of time there, but... it'll probably help us for fighting the rebels, and it'll help us in our war. Some extra trade efficiency. Burghers gain some loyalty. Well, sure, that's fine. We'll take trade efficiency all day long. And as soon as we can afford to get that military advisor, we will. Now, do we just want to go in here and leave these guys to fight off the rebels? I think we can probably afford to do that. If we want to do this, we should get in there quick. Because they still don't currently have any allies. And taking some more coast would be useful for us, I have to admit. Although this stuff is not particularly worthwhile. Let's go ahead and declare the war. We're not going to call Portugal in, because Naples and Aragon will come in for us anyway. So let's just go ahead and get this done. Now, what we are going to do, now I've remembered, is we can raise war taxes for free. For finding the right button. Where is it? Here now, isn't it? Raise war taxes. Doesn't cost any military power at all. So we just need to, we should pop that every single time we're at war. There's absolutely no reason not to. Should just constantly use it. So if we go ahead and just detach a single guy there and then go and put everybody else on the fort. Aragon and Naples are going to come down here and do the blockading for us. That's some pause. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit croaky today. I seem to be losing my voice a little bit. Now, can we? How much money are we making? Making 10 ducats a month, which is good. Right, you can't actually get there, so we'll move into there. So, yeah, there's stuff going on down here. All I really want to do is take the 3 coastal provinces if I can. So we'll keep that level 2 advisor for a while. We do want to... Oh, come on, Aragon. We don't need all that extra attrition there. Have I? Am I telling you to attach? No. Can you go off and try and siege something else then? But we're not going to call anybody in. This is going to hurt us now, just taking stupid attrition. Let's just detach a siege and move out then. What we could do is basically just keep splitting this army in half. Tell half of it to attach. And then move the other half out. And Aragon should just stay there on that. Right, Naples is sieging that out, which is great. Who is that sieged out by? Oh, it's Orange, it's them. Well, it's fine. We only want to grab these 2 provinces, which it looks like we'll be able to manage. That'll probably be enough to piece them out. We have no current mission. Accumulate money. It'll give us some more prestige, which we could do with... Do a colonization or conquer Le Bourg. I think we'll do... Oh, I say accumulate money. We'll probably end up spending it on something. We don't have any loans currently. Manpower recovery speed would be nice. Conquer Le Bourg. Le Bourg is owned by England currently. We could give that a go. Let's see if we can pull it off. It can be a little bit tricky given the fact that we've got Portugal allied with England. And random persons gain Diplo power for 39 ducats. Sure, we're not doing the accumulate money one. Let's go ahead and get that military advisor as soon as we can. There's only one guy that we can get at level 1, so we'll go ahead and do that. Royal marriage with Portugal has ended. Okay, let's go ahead and dissolve the alliance with Portugal. We're going to end up having to fight them sooner or later anyway. Especially if we want to fight England. You've got a choice really as Portugal. You can either, as Castile. You can either attack Portugal or you can attack Aragon or France. Well, we're allied with France and we'll need them against England. So as soon as we've got this sorted out, which would be really nice, by the way, if this ever got a wall breach. Lose 100 ducats and some admin power for some morale of armies and reinforcement speed for 20 years, which is not bad. Or gain 5 prestige. The morale of armies could be useful. But we're going to end up with another loan if we do that. Fine, let's go ahead and do it. We'll take the loan. You can never argue with morale of armies, it's just too good. Now our siege ticks should be really short. There we go, there's the rebellion. Our siege ticks should be really short because we've got 100% spy network down here. That's a pretty big stack. I'm going to move in with you. And I'm also going to move in with you just so that we've got the extra bodies on point. Because I really want to make sure that we win that battle. Especially as we have all the penalties. Now this is probably going to cost us some money because we're going to be reinforcing quite hard. Lose some more money just to get the population back up in a colony, which is annoying. Well, I didn't get the population back up. There we go. Aragonese fleet is dealing with them. Right, so we've got 95% war score. If I take those from you, which we can easily do, take all the money you've got, which is next to nothing. Take war reps from you, it's a little bit pointless. Get you to end a rivalry just so we get some extra prestige. Fine, there we go. So we've now got 3 more coastal provinces. You guys need to all join up together. Those are pretty expensive, I'll admit, but we can afford to do them all. It'll be worth it. We've got some corruption that's caused by the overextension. That is fine. Rebels have been dealt with. You guys can get back up there. So let's go ahead and... yeah, I've got to choose really between quantity and... not quantity, quality I was going to go for. Infantry combat ability. Or defensive ideas to get the extra morale of armies. I'm going to go for defensive, I think. That morale of armies, you saw in that in the last game I did as Muscovy fighting against the Ottomans, what difference it can make to actually have a little bit of just a tiny little bit of morale over your enemy. They had a load more morale than I did. Just bear with me. The reason I sound distracted is because for some reason my OBS decided to disappear off the other screen, and as a result I could not see the timer or even that I was recording. I must admit, it wouldn't be the first time that I've recorded an entire episode of something and then realised that I wasn't actually recording, but that's not the case here. What have we got here? The clergy gains some influence, which is all good, except we lose some... sure, let's just go ahead and do that. We lose some tolerance of heretics for a while, but that'll be fine. We're still exploring, that's good. So we could go and colonise... see, we could colonise down here. Portugal are already down here, which is a right pain in the neck. But I think what we'll do is we'll just take stuff from Portugal. That's kind of the plan. Is I'm going to stop... I'm trying to colonise down here, and we'll just take the stuff that we need from Portugal. And we'll try and colonise South America. South America is going to be much more important for us. Lose some mill power or lose some prestige. I'm going to lose the prestige because I've taken a military group, so I'd sooner not lose any military power. So if we were, for example, to declare war on England, who are allied with Holland... well, England are really powerful at the moment. We do have a CB, oddly enough. France would come in if we offered them land. But I'm not too sure how useful France would be in the situation. Let's cancel that mission for the time being and pick up another one. I do want to go to war with England, but I still don't think we're strong enough yet. If we can find an opportunity to get rid of Portugal... see, Portugal are only allied with England. So if we directly attacked Portugal first, then we would be able to just deal with Portugal and England. We wouldn't have to then worry about dealing with Holland and Leinster as well. And if we can weaken Portugal up in one war, then when we attack England, Portugal won't be that strong. So that's not a bad idea to do. Gain some prestige and some money, that is excellent. So we could just go ahead and insult them. We probably will. Let's go ahead actually and start building a spy network over there. We can bring back the spy from Tlemcen. He doesn't need to be there. Hostile movement speed, negative 50% or lose 5 prestige. Does mean that we get lost for a few months, but that is fine. Okay, we've got a fort over here, which I'm tempted to keep actually, but we will go ahead and disable it. We're not making a huge deal of money at the moment. Let's go ahead and put the maintenance down, because we're not actually at war. So we do still have one to pay off. Now then, what is our force limit? Right, we're bang on the force limit now. We're no longer over. That is a good thing. Tlemcen's probably going to get completely wiped out by Jared, but that is fine. Got a decent bit of land over here now. All coastal stuff, which is very good for us. I think it's all in our own trade. No, some of it's slightly out, but Tlemcen's a coastal centre of trade as well. So it's definitely worth having Tlemcen. Are there any more cultures that we can promote? No, because we're only allowed to have 2 with our current ideas. I'm not going to accidentally hit the demote buttons. It's just a force of habit. When I see a button that's highlighted, it's like, oh, I can click that, and I go and click it. That's the problem. But we'll avoid doing that this time around. I don't know where all of Portugal's armies are. Maybe they've got some standing on guard in Lisbon. Can't really see. We could always go ahead and pop our golden era and use that to attack both England and Portugal. That wouldn't be a bad idea for us. Certainly something that I will have to consider. Let's just go ahead and top off relations with France if we can. We'll need to top up the relations with Aragon. That's not quite as good as it could be. We don't really have any negative modifiers. We just haven't sucked up to them in a while. We also need to make sure we do the same thing to Naples as well. Naples is actually quite low. So we definitely want to sort of keep them going where we can. So as soon as we have a free diplomat, as soon as we get France up to like 200, we'll move the one from France over to Naples. It's going to be a while before we can integrate them still. January of 23, so we've still got 30 years before we can do that. It's a long, long time away. We've still got some corruption, which of course is causing us to lose some money. How are we doing with the overextension? We can pay that loan off now, can't we, as well? Let's go ahead and repay the loan. Because again, now we'll be making more money. Right, new mission. Italian ambitions. Own all 5 provinces in Italy. Or 5 provinces owned. Any and all of the region Italy. Which I think is just all the ones that are belonging to Naples, to be honest. Where's the region? Okay, so all this is counted as Italy. So I think I only have to own 5. So if we integrate Naples, we'll do that mission. That's too far away. Establish colonies on the mainland. At least 1 colony in a colonial region, which gives us more settler chance. Turn Bafada into a city, which is the one we're currently colonizing, I think. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that first. Portugal have got some rebels. Now, this is an interesting thing. If we keep our eye on those rebels and see if they actually deal with them, we'll know if they have any units around. Which I'm not entirely convinced that they do. We do need to keep our eye on our own rebels. Moroccan separatists are likely to pop again, as are Tlemceni separatists. We're almost back up to full not manpower. I mean, we're not up full manpower. We're close to full manpower, actually. What I mean is we're almost back up to full numbers on our actual stacks. So that's good. So we're recovering manpower quite quickly. So we could get ready to go and deal with Portugal quite soon. Which is probably not a bad idea, because I don't think they've got many over here to defend. And I think England would help us. Tlemceni separatists might be a problem. We could go ahead and deal with that by using harsh treatment or just increasing the autonomy. Although I don't think we can increase the autonomy because of the... well, we could do, actually. Unrest. Yeah, unrest is going to be quite high in all of these provinces for a good while. So not too much that we could do about that. So we could mothball the fleet. And go and get ready. Portugal do have some men down here, as expected. Lose some admin power and some ducats for some yearly prestige. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. But I think this is probably a good place to end the video. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Once again, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter, Lewis Doyer, for sponsoring this video with his generous donation. It is really, really appreciated. And I will see you guys on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.